Welcome to another edition of Northern Heat. My name is Bob Lennon, president of ThermalWood Canada, host for the show. Our special guest today, Peter Calnan. Peter, welcome to ThermalWood Canada.
Hi, Bob. I'm thrilled to be here. Thank you so much.
And what a way to open up the show with you playing the Heat. And you look like she's giving you a little bit of heat too.
The heat is, it's warming me up.
It's warming you up.
It's heating me up.
So, Peter, you're from Bathurst originally. You moved away, been away for a couple of years, I hear.
Yeah, I was away for 39 years.
39 years and decided to move back.
It's time to come home.
Time to come home. Why?
Well, grew up here, born and raised in North Teddigush, and played music with my dad and my brothers, Mike and Eddie, and moving away because of the mining business. Worked all over Canada, different places across the planet, actually Australia, and I ended up always wanting to come back. I always knew I would come back here. And, of course, we came home most summers for vacation. And the opportunity came up in 2020, right at the beginning of COVID. I finished up with a company. I was working in Vancouver in a corporate job there, and finished up work there and started a consulting business and thought, why would I do this out of Vancouver when I can do it out of Bathurst? So Susan and I bought a house in Beresford. And we had actually owned it before we even set foot in it. Mike and Marie and local family checked it all out for us. And
you trusted them.
I did, yes. Oh yeah, with my life.
Okay.
So yeah, and then couldn't wait to come back. And you know what? It's been 3 years that we're back, and it's such a pleasure to reconnect with such great friends again, like our band members. We've been lifelong friends, and we're playing music now and opening up for the festival, as you know, on the Thursday night. And the Calnan band, Calnan. And yeah, just so excited and stoked to be back and playing music with my old friends like John Mann and Louis Gallant and Luke Doucette and brother Mike, of course. And it's just an absolute pleasure.
Well, that's a big thing. And I remember hearing about you. I never met you when I was growing up, but I know Mike quite a bit, and he was saying that you were back and stuff, and down at the beach and playing a lot of music and jamming with some people and getting back into the music scene, and on top of that, we were joking around about it before the interview that you're a bit of a guitar nerd, and so you're holding the Heat in your hand, and so one of the questions I ask people that try it out is that when you first picked it up, you paid a little bit of Dire Straits here and whatever. Why did you pick that tune? And tell us a little bit about what was going through your head when you picked it up.
Well, when I was a young lad, of course, we didn't have the opportunity to have any YouTube instructionals or anything. And I remember going through two Brothers in Arms record albums, Lifting the Needle and learning Sultans of Swing, for example. And it was always the quintessential Fender picture of Mark Knopfler playing his Strat, and it's kind of a Fender thing. So usually when I pick up either my Tele or my Strat, that's versus picking up a Les Paul or one of my other guitars, that's what I kind of default to. And it's just this one here, it's saying that out right away. That was the first thing that had to happen, and that's how that happened.
So it was telling you how to play.
It was telling me what to play. It's like, okay, you got to do a couple of riffs from Sultans. So
well, and so anything special about the guitar? Like you talked about a while ago about the looks and feel and.
Yeah, well, I want it, but I know that's more than special.
Yeah, we'll have to have a little bit of a fight for that.
It's extremely light. I'm so impressed with the weight versus your typical Tele, but the neck, I'm just captivated by the visual looking down this neck at the markings on it and the contrast between the fingerboard and the neck, and it's so smooth and it plays just like butter. It's a warm, really organic feeling. It feels like home. So maybe that's why, with the wood being from here, it feels like a real homeboy. Yeah.
Well, there we go, and it fits in well. You're from here, and
it's like an old friend. I might have climbed this tree at one time. You never know.
You never know, because it is a northern New Brunswick tree, so it made it through there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So being back and you're playing a bunch of different playing music and
a couple of bands. Yeah. That's we play in Calnan, of course. That's our main band, and we're also playing. Mike and I both play in Rainbow's Edge, which is a Fleetwood Mac tribute band with Marcel St. Cyr and Denis Haché and Dot Nini and Charlene Cormier. And that's going to be a really special act. It's coming together so well.
So when's that all starting? Because that's interesting.
We're probably going to hit the road on that. I would say probably spring. By the spring, I think we're going to be ready pretty soon to play. But it'll be special events like festivals. Like we're opening up for the Hospitality Days Music Night on the Thursday, July 18th. We're stoked about that. With Calnan. So, but the bands were all picked. So that band didn't have an opportunity to apply for that this year. But there's other years, and there'll be other festivals I'm sure we'll consider.
And just think about it. Like, this is the year that Bare Naked Ladies are coming in, and you guys are going to be part of that.
So stoked.
That's pretty crazy, pretty wild.
That's so cool. I mean, all of these bands, every one of them, even it doesn't, the local bands to see Certified again is going to be so cool. And the Tanning Ramones, never saw them, heard lots about them. So, it's Roadhammers. It's going to be awesome.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you're fitting in well.
Yeah, I can't wait to. I'll probably be there about 2 days early, waiting for the gear to come in to help where I can build the stage. They took the whole week off. I booked off that whole week to make sure that I didn't miss a thing.
Well, there we go, and I'm sure they're doing a great job at Hospitality Days. The awesome. Facelift that they got last year is a big step, and this year with bringing in Bare Naked Ladies, that's another step. And that's going to, the beauty about that is that that's going to draw people from all over. Yeah. It's not just going to be the local Hospitality.
It's not us that's drawn them from all over, but
those
guys are okay.
Yeah. They're opening up for you guys. It's kind of nice to have that, isn't it?
The committee's knocked it out of the park. Not only with the lineup, but everything they're doing is just really first class and so pro. Really, and I've lived in Toronto and Vancouver, Thunder Bay, all kinds of big cities, and been involved in the music scene. I've been never did stop when I left here. I always was in bands, but worked on a lot of committees and seen the results of great festivals like the Thunder Bay Blues Festival and like in Vancouver, the Vancouver Folk Festival, stuff like that. And the committee here is just as pro, if not more, and so down home. I love it. I think they're doing a great job, and we're excited about it. We're so happy to be part of it.
Good. Well, I want to welcome you back back to the area, and thank you very much for coming in today and for taking the heat for a little bit of a run here. It's been sitting in the case for a little bit, so it's good to get it out there and get it.
Make sure it's in the case when I leave. I will up the back of my coat or something.
I'll definitely check that out and make sure I pat you down before you walk out the door. Stand up straight, because then we'll know for sure.
Thanks,
it's been a pleasure. And maybe you can close us off with a little bit with something here. And
everybody sing. They say don't tell Superman scheme. You don't spit into the wind. Mask off the old ranger. You don't mess around with Slim or John.
Wow, I love it.
So there we go. Another edition of Northern Heat for this week, the place you come to listen to the stories that haven't been discovered yet.